Time for a story. This story is called The Caravan of Starlight. Once upon a time, the campfire crackled under a blanket of stars, its light flickering against the vibrant wagons of the Starlight Caravan. The gypsies, known as the Children of the Road, had gathered after a long day's journey. The music of violins and tambourines danced through the cool night air, and the aroma of spiced stew mingled with the scent of burning pine. At the edge of the firelight sat Lena, a girl of 16, her dark curls spilling over her shoulders and her amber eyes reflecting the flames. She was the youngest in the caravan, yet her gift of foresight had made her an enigma among her people. Tonight, however, her heart was heavy. The caravan leader, old Marek, approached her with a solemn expression. His silver hair glinted in the firelight, and his weathered face bore the wisdom of countless miles traveled. "Lena," he said, his voice soft yet firm, "you've seen the signs, haven't you?" Lena nodded, clutching the pendant she always wore, a crescent moon carved from obsidian. "I dreamed of shadows swallowing the stars, Marek. A great darkness is coming, and it will find us soon." The elder sighed, gazing into the fire. The Starlight Caravan has always been protected by the light of the stars, but even their magic has limits. We must prepare. That night, the elders convened in the largest wagon, its interior adorned with shimmering fabrics and enchanted trinkets. Lena sat among them, her hands trembling as she recounted her vision. "I saw a shadowy figure," she began, her voice barely above a whisper. "It wore a cloak of smoke and carried a staff that extinguished light. It called itself Malcor, the Devourer of Stars." Gasps rippled through the room. Marek leaned forward, his gray eyes piercing. "Malcor is no mere nightmare. He is the ancient foe of our people, cursed to wander the void. If he is returning, it means he has found a way back to our world." The elders exchanged worried glances. Their ancestors had defeated Malcor centuries ago, sealing him in a realm of darkness. But the caravan's lore spoke of his vengeance, that he would one day return to destroy the light that banished him. "We must leave," one elder declared. "We cannot face such a foe." "No," Marek interjected, his voice like iron. "Running will not save us. Malcor will hunt us to the ends of the earth. We must fight, as our ancestors did." The elders spoke of an ancient relic, the Starfire, a shard of celestial light, said to be the bane of all darkness. It had been lost for generations, hidden in the forgotten ruins of the Moonstone Temple, deep within the Forest of Whispers. "It's just a story," one elder scoffed. "Stories hold power," Marek countered. "Lena, you're the key. Your visions guide us, and your courage will protect us." Though fear gripped her heart, Lena nodded. "I'll go, but I can't do this alone." The next morning, a small group set out. Lena, Marek, and two others, Casimir, a roguish knife thrower with a quick wit, and Saria, a skilled herbalist whose quiet demeanor belied her fierce loyalty. The caravan watched them depart, their hopes pinned on the young seer and her companions. The journey to the Forest of Whispers was fraught with peril, but the group pressed on, driven by the weight of their mission. As they entered the forest, the air grew heavy with magic. Trees with silver bark loomed overhead, their leaves shimmering like liquid moonlight. Whispers seemed to echo from every direction, filling their ears with half-heard words. "Stay close," Marek warned. "The forest tests those who wander into its depths." Their first trial came in the form of a living mist that twisted their perceptions. Shadows danced like phantoms, and false paths led them in circles. Lena closed her eyes, focusing on the pendant at her neck. "Follow the crescent moon," she murmured, feeling its pull like a compass. With Lena's guidance, they escaped the mist, only to face a second challenge, the River of Echoes. The water mirrored not their faces, but their fears. Casimir froze, staring into the river as it showed his sister, lost long ago to a plague. "She's gone, Kaz," Saria said gently, pulling him back. This river preys on your heart. Don't let it win. Overcoming their fears, they crossed the river, reaching the Moonstone Temple as the sun dipped below the horizon. The temple was a marvel of forgotten craftsmanship, its walls inlaid with glowing moonstone and constellations that seemed to shift as they walked. In the central chamber, atop an ornate pedestal, rested the Starfire, a crystal shard pulsing with celestial light. As Lena reached for it, the shadows in the room coalesced into a towering figure. Malcor. His presence extinguished the temple's light, plunging them into darkness. "You dare disturb my sanctuary," his voice boomed, echoing like thunder. Marek stepped forward, brandishing a talisman. "We are the children of the road, and we will not bow to you." Malcor laughed, a sound that chilled their souls. "Your ancestors' light cannot save you now." The group fought valiantly. Casimir's knives glinted as they struck Malcor's shadowy form, and Saria hurled vials of glowing herbs that burned like fire. Marek chanted an ancient spell, his voice steady despite the chaos. But it was Lena who turned the tide. Clutching the Starfire, she felt its power surge through her. "You thrive in darkness, Malcor," she declared, her voice strong. "But I carry the light of the stars." The Starfire erupted in a burst of brilliance, banishing the shadows and forcing Malcor to retreat. His scream echoed as he vanished, his form dissolving into smoke. As the first rays of dawn pierced the forest, Lena and her companions emerged victorious. The Starfire glowed faintly in her hands, its power diminished but not extinguished. When they returned to the caravan, the cheers of their people rang out. Marek placed a hand on Lena's shoulder, pride shining in his eyes. "You've proven yourself, Lena. The road ahead will still be difficult, but we now have hope." Under the starlit sky, the gypsies celebrated not just their survival, but their unity. For they knew that as long as they carried the light within them, no darkness could ever truly prevail. The end. Like and follow for more stories.